Hey everybody, what's going on? Today I'm going to be doing a headlight swap on my Cherokee, but instead of just doing a kind of expensive aftermarket LED, I'm going to be doing an H4 conversion. So it's still going to have the same factory style glass, here we are, like these do here, but instead of being a sealed beam headlight, it's actually going to have a bulb that goes and plugs in. I found this conversion kit on Amazon, and I also found a set of LED bulbs that say they're supposed to look more like an original style light instead of the blue color that you see on a newer car. So I figured I'm going to try them on this Jeep since, why not? It's fairly cheap. And here, let me turn the camera around and I'll show you why we're doing this. All right, so we got the camera flipped around here, and as you can kind of see already, this headlight has been replaced and this one has not. And it hasn't rained here for probably a couple weeks. And if you look closely, you can see some condensation, and that's all on the inside of the light. And these are one of the better known brands for the sealed beam. And this one over here is perfectly clear. So, since I've got that color difference between the two, I went ahead and ordered an H4 conversion, like I said, with these LEDs. So if we go ahead and open these up, just have to use my feet here. Anyways, we get this opened up, and it still has the same refractor style lens on there, but it's for an H4 headlight bulb. So you can just replace bulbs with these instead of replacing the whole housing every time. And I dropped the little rubber piece that goes on the back, but I got a couple of those and some cheap Amazon LEDs, H4. Like I said, they're supposed to look like an original color. I don't know if it says that on here. It doesn't look like it does. Anyways, but the reason I've got it pulled into the garage is I'm going to set something up so I can look at the beam pattern to see if these are actually better, worse, if it's worth doing the conversion. So bear with me and I'll get them put in here real quick. Alright, so just in case you guys don't know how to pull these apart, there's a Phillips screw here and a Phillips screw here. And then this whole plastic piece will pivot out towards you like this, and then you can pull it out, just like I've done with this one. See, it's just got a screw hole there, two hooks on the bottom, so it just tilts forward and comes out. And then there's this silver piece that holds the headlight in that has a screw here, two on top and two on bottom. And this goes on only one way because these two are closer than the bottom two are. My bottom two screws are seized in there pretty good. So, there we go. So I just tilted this forward to get it out. This works if you have to do that, but if you can, pull these bottom screws out so that you don't bend this bracket too badly. Alright, here's what the LED bulbs look like. They're pretty standard for an LED. These have the triangle shape, the 3 LED instead of the 2. Don't know if that's going to help me or hurt me. But it goes in like this. See this flat piece down here? There's only one way these can go in. It's got that connector on it, just like the sealed beam headlights do. I've got this one put together in the new housing, and these only go in one way. Like the bulb goes in one way, and because of these offset tabs here, the housing only goes in one way too. And that's how these are as well. They have this offset tab right there that's a little less pronounced, but we'll go ahead and pop it in and see what it looks like compared to the stock bulb. you can kind of see, as with a lot of LEDs, the hue over the beam pattern is a lot higher than the halogen that you can't even really see right here. So when you do put in LEDs, make sure you point them down a little bit. But this is the LED, and you can see it still looks like an original style headlight. When you compare it to the factory halogen, it is a little bit brighter, but it's more of a pure white than this really yellow, but it's not nearly as blue as those LEDs you see, like what I have on my other Jeep as a comparison. See, these have much more of a blue tint to them. Alright, final check to make sure everything's working. Here we go. Low and high beams are looking good. And you can see they're fairly even side to side. And when you look at the Jeep, it doesn't look like they're LEDs, it still looks original, which I think is pretty cool. One quick thing, like I said earlier, turn these off. You will need to aim them down a little bit. You can get a precise tool that helps you with your headlight alignment, or what you can do is you can park up against a better flat surface than I have set up here and turn on your lights and mark lightly with tape or something where they line up, and then turn these down a little bit to match where that is. And on the Cherokees, your side to side adjustment screw is here and your up and down adjustment screw is right here. You can get to these with the bezel still on if they're lined up correctly. I don't know if you can see here, but this has the cutout for the side to side, and here's the cutout for the up and down adjustment. But that's how you do, and the H4 conversion is pretty simple. And like I said, I'll get some video at night of what these things look like, and I'm sure you'll be able to tell the difference from the stock lights. Alright, here we are back at the Jeep. Pretty much dark out. I left a little bit of light so you can actually see what I'm doing. But we go turn the new headlights on. They're extremely bright compared to the factory ones. So I'm gonna move this thing over. You can see they have really good light output now. I've got them turned down a little bit so they're not blinding oncoming traffic. The road's a little hilly, so you kind of get up and down, but like, they're real good. So I hope this is helpful, guys. And if you want the exact product I use, check in the description. I'll leave the product name and maybe a link to where you can buy them. But that's all for this video. Hopefully I see you guys in the next one. And hit the subscribe button for me. And make sure you stay tuned for all the Jeep and stuff that we're going to do.